Hi, I'm Lena Darnay with Keep Indiana Learning, a department of CIESC. In this short video, I'm going to show you two quick ways to increase student engagement in a video conferencing platform like Google Meet. I'm going to join my Google Meet, and we're going to talk about what you might do to help get your students to pay attention and engage even in a video platform. One of the best ways is to use something like roles. Classroom roles are nothing new to an in-person classroom. However, translating those into the virtual classroom can be something that takes a little practice and a little refinement. This is an example of a Google drawing that I created to put my students into the driver's seat when it comes to a lot of those pieces of a virtual classroom that might be new to us. The chat champion is a key one. They watch the chat for me while I'm presenting, and then they can stop me along the way if they need to, if the class isn't following along, if there's a question that needs addressed, or if there's an issue that's brought up in the chat. The Oops Officer. This one's huge because sometimes you think you're sharing something and they don't see it on the screen, or you've frozen or something happens. So you give that Oops Officer a chance to unmute, let you know that something's wrong, or you can give them a task or a role to play in the classroom if there is a time where your internet freezes. So make sure you always let the students know what to happen when that tech doesn't work. Time tracker. It's so easy to lose track of time or to not give enough time for processing or independent work, so having a time tracker always helps. Emotional engager. It's so hard to teach to a bunch of screens, and so giving somebody the chance to really give you a lot of good facial expressions or some nonverbal feedback when you need it really helps put them in charge. You can make a couple of these because you've got many students who need that chance. The directions deputy. This is huge. You might have told your students very clearly what they needed to do to get started with the independent project that you had them do after the Google Meet or as part of a collaborative or interactive activity, but maybe they weren't paying attention, or maybe they had to go to the bathroom and they stepped away. And so having it in the chat written out again is a great way to do this. If you're afraid that your students wouldn't be able to transcribe the directions well, you can be your own directions deputy. Go ahead and pre-write a little bit of directions for what you're going to have them do so you can paste it right into the chat and remind your students to use that chat wisely as a resource. Now, I'll provide you with this template so that you could make more classroom roles as needed or change the ones that I have here. You might also consider using breakout rooms. In Zoom and in Google Meet, you have the option to put students into breakout rooms, which are small discussion rooms. Now, you can't monitor all of the breakout rooms at the same time. So you'll want to have some classroom roles that happen in that breakout room, and be very clear about who's supposed to be the note taker, who's supposed to be a questioner or a lead learner. Give them some roles so that they take ownership of being in that space and get done what you want them to get done while they're there. So this was just a brief introduction to how to use some of the tools and tricks that you're used to in the physical classroom to make your remote learning classroom a little more engaging.